Dueling events coming to a head at this moment on the campaign trail. To your right, Hillary Clinton has just begun speaking at the Naughty Tie Factory in Denver. And then Donald Trump on the left-hand side of your screen is about to host a town hall in Daytona Beach, Florida, working to align Hillary Clinton with the $400 million the U.S. government covertly sent to the Iranian government. Hillary, for her part, we've already talked about it, will attack Trump on his history of outsourcing jobs. So you've got all these accusations swirling around. Here comes Donald Trump. And as you see him walk through the crowd as we await all of this, both sides are reaching somewhat of a boiling point, although you could argue that Donald Trump's at the moment, according to reports that Fox News has confirmed, is headed for an intervention involving at least two top Republicans, Rudy Giuliani and Newt Gingrich. Let's bring in, as we wait, Christy Setzer, a Democratic strategist, and Adam Goodman, a Republican strategist, with us live. Okay, we've got all kinds of issues, but twofold. What people are talking about, but what really matters on Election Day. To the chatter first, Adam, in this intervention, I want to first play what Newt Gingrich said this morning on Mornings with Maria about Donald Trump, his friend, and listen.
The question is, can he, in August, slow down, take a deep breath, and reorganize how he's operating so that he gets to the standard of a potential president of the United States? He has not done that up to now. It's been significantly to his disadvantage. So I think some of what Trump has done is just very self-destructive.
In essence, he's terribly concerned that Donald Trump is squandering an important opportunity post-convention. Adam, what say you? Is this intervention real, or is it ridiculous? Trump's going to do what he's going to do, and he believes he's doing just fine. He's raised a lot of money.
Liz, this is one of those Maalox moments for Republicans in general, and probably for all Trump supporters, where hopefully political heartburn and indigestion give way to a happy tummy. Let me tell you, I've worked for hundreds of campaigns and candidates. Rudy Giuliani is one of them. When they say it's an intervention, I can say that I've had then 10,000 interventions in all the campaigns I've been involved in. All it is basically people that Donald Trump trusts, who are going to, have a conversation with him. And these are two people that have been there, as you know, Liz. They've run for president before. They've had ups and downs during their own campaigns for president before. I think he really would listen to both of them very keenly. And it's nice that, frankly, that Newt Gingrich called it for what it is. It's been a pretty tough 72 hours. And right now we're going to see how quickly Donald Trump, as we've seen on the other side as well, how quickly he comes off the mat.
And Christy, to Hillary Clinton's issues here, it does not help. There's a huge hot potato thrown in her lap regarding the Wall Street Journal article that indicates, in fact, there's video of the money coming off a plane going straight to Iran, $400 million of it handed over to the Iranians back in January, ostensibly to settle or square a deal, the decades-old dispute on failed arms deals, et cetera, that we supposedly owed them. And it doesn't look good. The timing is absolutely terrible because U.S. hostages were released. And how can you tie that to Hillary? Well, she was Secretary of State when the entire Iranian deal began.
Now, look, that's far too complicated of a story right now, for people to really be paying attention to.
It's not complicated to a lot of people who read the Journal article.
Yeah, but it's not nearly as salacious as everything that's going on the side with Donald Trump right now. You have this campaign intervention, you have him fighting with his advisors, fighting with his own children, and you have this extremely toxic dynamic right now, which I, too, have worked with candidates like this, where this is the case, where one, he has bad instincts, and two, he's not listening to anyone around him right now. They seem to be in a free fall. Like, you cannot come up with enough words for synonyms that mean dysfunctional in this campaign. It's a really amazing car crash that you just can't look away from. So I understand that things are maybe not perfect in Hillary world right now, but it doesn't matter because all of the attention is focused on Donald Trump.
You just said it doesn't matter. Let me tell you what may matter the most. This may come down to 4 states: Ohio, Pennsylvania, North Carolina, and Florida. Adam, you've worked on presidential campaigns. You tell me if it just comes down to these 4 states, and right now, if Hillary's leading in 3 of them, or, Donald Trump needs to hold on to Florida, he needs to get the other ones, he's going to focus on these states. What's your best guess on what happens here on this roadmap?
I think what's going to happen is Donald Trump is going to flip the electoral map up in the Midwest, which means that these states that you're talking about in particular, and you might say Florida, not just because I'm from Florida, could really hold the keys. But beyond that, Liz, you're talking about 3 national presidential debates will be like political Super Bowls. You're talking about the unknowns and ponderables of events that could happen. And one more factor that's now entered this race, WikiLeaks. Well, it was made it very clear that they're going to be coming out with bigger, better, might say worse, for Hillary Clinton in the days ahead. Stay tuned. This is political theater at its most unpredictable, and maybe its best.
Well, Christy, quickly, what about that? I'll let you have the last word.
Yeah, disagree. Look, the DNC has already taken care of that issue. They took care of it on day one of the convention.
But there may be more emails. I think that's the point.
I doubt it. I just think that if there was anything that was, as big of a deal as what they already had, which ultimately was not that big of a deal, it would have already been released. I think you've seen the worst of it.
Well, listen, it's great to have both of you as we keep our eye on both these events. Christy, Adam, wonderful to have you.